What up, though? Your boy Brick Street Sprite in the building, man. Like, subscribe, comment. Brick Street Hooligans, Brick Street Media, Hooli Vision. Real quick, man, I wanted to run down the Super Fight card for tomorrow. Do a couple predictions, you know what I'm saying? And maybe talk about a couple other things, you know what I'm saying? One thing I do want to talk about before I get into that card is, obviously, everybody knows Adept, Battle Truth, been going at it online on YouTube. Two of the bigger bloggers, more well-known bloggers. Adept has really forged its way and gained a lot of traction in the last year or so. Battle Truth been popping for some years. I've been subscribed to Battle Truth for 4 or 5 years. 4 years, however long he really been popping. You know what I mean? Like, hold on. My bad, y'all. But for a while, man, I've been subscribed to Battle Truth. So, now, the reason I brought this up is because before they started beefing, before the whole fallout when T-Rex was on this channel after, with T-Rex and all that on Battle Truth shit, before he cut Adept off and basically took T-Rex's side over Adept, even though Adept was asking him questions about things that really, beside all that, T-Rex was looking for some drama with Adept. It was obvious he was looking for, he got what he wanted, and he got what he was asking for. You know, he brought that side of Adept out, and then Battle Truth didn't want none of that, even though it's shit that he's made videos about in the past. The whole vague and fucking, and T-Rex being in the little closet or whatever, fucking a chick or a dude or whatever, and dude giving him his fucking shot in his mouth. Straight weird shit. The shit Pimp C was talking about when he was talking about these weird motherfuckers that fuck the same bitches and shit. You know what I'm saying? But looking at each other's balls and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, weird shit, bro. Weird homo shit. But I do think, or basically what I was getting at is, before that even went down, I had witnessed the skit that he did. And I know Adept used this as an angle in one of his videos, one of his blogs recently, going in on Battle Truth, and rightfully so, because I saw the skit of him, you know, the skit where he was kind of going at ARP with the blow, and had his daughter in the skit and all that. And I literally unsubscribed to his channel after seeing that skit. That night, like a couple days before Adept and Battle Truth even started going at it, because of that skit, because he had his daughter in the skit, put powder all on her nose. I got a kid, bro. I got a daughter. I got a 2.5-year-old daughter. And I just put myself in that position and was like, never in life would I ever get caught doing some shit like that with my child. You know what I'm saying? Especially calling myself a born-again Christian. So I unsubscribed. And it's just crazy that 2 days after, I've been subscribed to him for like 4 years, 4 or 5 years, whatever it's been. And it's crazy that as soon as I unsubscribe to him, Adept and him fall out and start going to war. So, and I do think Adept tried to take the higher road by leaving it alone, and Battle Truth just will not let it go, will not leave it alone. So you kind of have to answer to him. Otherwise, he's going to try to make it seem like he won by releasing a whole bunch. That's how he normally does, motherfuckers. He'll just keep on releasing shit to make it seem like he won, when really, I look at it the other way around. The person that feels like, kind of like when Jay and Nas was going at it, I feel like Jay-Z put out a lot more to try to answer to Ether than Nas did to try to answer to Jay. And to me, the dude that puts out the most shit following, that keeps on putting shit out, looks like the loser to me. Because to me, it looks like nothing he's doing is working, so he keeps on trying to throw, like, you know, he keeps on trying to attempt after attempt, waiting for something to stick, because nothing's working. You know what I mean? If you do one, KO a motherfucker and leave it, let it be, then you look like you won to me, because you don't have to keep dropping shit. I already ethered you, you know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. To me, it makes Battle Truth look like the loser. But, either way, I had unsubscribed. I'm not taking I didn't have to take sides, is my point. I had already unsubscribed to Battle Truth. So I, by default, was already on A-Dep's side. You know what I'm saying? Because I wasn't fucking with Battle Truth already after that skit. And I always rock with A-Dep, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't necessarily agree with 100% of the things he says, but I like where he comes from. You know what I mean? He comes from a place of, I think he's genuine as far as where he comes from. You know what I mean? You're not supposed to agree with everyone all the time. If you do, then you're just a yes man. There would be nothing like you wouldn't be an individual if you were the same and agreed with everybody. You dig? So, but either way, I just wanted to say that piece that I had already unsubscribed to that motherfucker after I saw the skit that he did mocking ARP and had his daughter in the skit. If his daughter wasn't in the skit, I wouldn't have gave a fuck. But you don't involve your children and then get mad saying that somebody else involved your child when you put the kid in the blog? Come on, man. Come on, dog. Also, I wanted to talk about Royce and Lupe. Royce and Lupe. I just wanted to say I don't really want to talk about who would win, even though I think Royce would win. Royce has lost a battle on stage before. I think it was to Mr. Fab. But Mr. Fab was a good freestyler at the time, and it was a freestyle battle. This would be completely different circumstances. If Royce had the chance to like prepare, I think it would be a body bag for Royce. Royce would 3-0 just about anybody as far as writing and present. But I wouldn't want it to be on a big stage like Max Out, because that would the unruly crowd would take away from the bars. Those type of dudes and like those type of level of penmanship, you know, that level of penmanship between those dudes, if they were in a duel of penmanship, I would want it to be in like a caffeine setting or a volume setting, something smaller, so that you could really hear the bars and the crowd wasn't fucking it up. You know what I mean? Let them just rap. You know what I'm saying? But you know, these league owners, promoters would want to get as much money for it as possible. We got Royce and Lupe, so we ought to fill the building, get 1,500 people in here. And to me, that would take away from the battle if it was those two battling, just because the crowd would make it so that impossible for them to get to present it the way they want to present it. You know what I mean? I would like to see it on like a smaller stage. Damn near no crowd. I would like to see it like how Mook and Tay-Rock battled, if they were going to battle. You know what I mean? If it was going to be Royce and Lupe, I got to hear the bars. I got to hear the bars within the bars. You know what I mean? So, yeah. That would be my thoughts as far as if they actually did battle. I do think Royce would kill Mickey Fax or Lupe, though. And I see he released something on whatever he released. It was on Hip Hop Is Real, but I don't know if that's who he gave the footage to or what. It was probably on Instagram or something. But saying that he would battle, but saying to stop bringing energy, stop acting like I'm trying to use y'all light for some sort of a rollout or something. Because I don't need y'all light, which he don't. He doesn't need Lupe or Mickey Fax. Who are they to Royce the 5'9", really? All Royce gotta do is make a call to M if he wants somebody to promote his shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, that don't even make no sense. Like, fuck out of here with that shit. They be trying to paint narratives, dog. But either way, to this card, man. To this fucking card. The Super Fight card. I've already talked about Hollow and Rum Nitty multiple times. So, we can kind of skip. I got Hollow winning that shit 2-1. I just think Hollow is like the jackknife. You know what I'm saying? He's like a Swiss Army knife as far as a battler. He has everything in his bag. You get what I'm saying? I think Rum Nitty is a one-trick pony. He's very good at the one thing that he does, punching. But we've already seen that he can't angle, even if he has an angle. Miss Hustle gave him an angle for Tay-Rock on a silver platter. And he couldn't deliver it or he couldn't use it correctly. You get what I'm saying? He couldn't pull it off. So I don't think that it doesn't matter what angle he may have on Hollow. He can't use it. On the other hand, if Hollow has an angle for Nitty, he's a master of just about everything that has to do with battle rap. It has to do with being a fire-ass battler on stage. Hollow, like I said, is basically the Swiss Army knife of battle rappers. And he was like that before everyone was trying to be well-rounded. He's always been well-rounded. You know what I'm saying? So, I just think Hollow has the, especially with everyone saying that Hollow's the underdog, which is crazy to me. You talking about one of the GOATs of this shit. Now, an underdog means basically if you make the battle close, you won. The narrative's gonna be that you won. If you make the battle close, general consensus is gonna be that you won. Nitty has to clear Hollow to win, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? Look at, I know John said this before, and just recently, maybe today, I watched something with him talking about this battle. But look at the Reed Nitty battle, for example. It was a close battle. You could give it to Nitty. But because Reed was the underdog and made it close, Nitty was supposed to body him clear. People gave it to Reed. You dig? So I think that plays a part as well, as far as what the general consensus will be and who people will think won this battle. Nitty's not gonna clearly beat Hollow, bro. I'm sorry. That hasn't happened to Hollow very many times in his entire career, where somebody clearly beat him handily. And you could say, damn, Hollow got smoked. You know what I'm saying? Math Hoffa and maybe that fucking, you could say John, but even that was more debatable, you know what I'm saying, if you ask me. It was closer than like a straight thrashing, you know what I mean? But I think also the original Arsenal battle. Hollow killed him in the rematch, but I'm talking about the Fight Club, Arsenal Hollow. And now there was like underlying circumstances. Hollow got set up. If y'all really want to get into it, we can in a different video. But Hollow got set up in that battle, and had to ended up freestyling the whole battle. With that being said, it was kind of dope that he could freestyle all that shit. But anyway, I got Hollow winning that battle, man. Because Hollow has a way of making motherfuckers look. I said this in other blogs. Has a way of making them one-trick pony dudes look away and look different, man. He be changing the way people look at these dudes like he did the motherfucking Clips. Clips hasn't really lived that shit down since the Hollow battle. I think of that shit now every time I watch C Clips battle. And he was seen as one of the GOATs at the time. One of the GOATs. Like, bruh, people put him up on a high pedestal back then. You know what I'm saying? Clips. They still do, but back then Clips was seen as hardest, as damn near unbeatable at that time. You know what I'm saying? Like, and he was a puncher too. Schemes, punches. Don't tell me Clips don't come with back-to-back punches, because he was doing that shit back then. You know what I'm saying? And Hollow beat him handily, if you ask me. You know what I'm saying? It made him look away, dog. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. With the 4-bar setups, you know what I'm saying? Set up punchline. That's how you spit that? You a candy rapper with 4 bars. See how easy it is to predict that? Bruh. I don't know if Clips will ever live that shit down. I think of that shit every time I see Clips now. Or hear the 4-bar setups. But people talked about Clips how they talk about Nitty today, back then. So Hollow has a way of defusing these motherfuckers, man. And don't act like he's not going to show up prepared. He's already known about this battle for a minute. Hollow been talking about this battle for a while. He been had a clip full for Nitty. So, but it should be a great back and forth. It should be exciting, man. But I just think in order for Nitty to win, he would have to clear Hollow. If it's debatable at all, Hollow wins in the eyes of the culture, if you ask me. But moving on, Arsenal real sick, man. My gut wants to go with real sick. You know what I'm saying? But just because of how consistent real sick is, man. And he's another dude that can rap, but can angle and punch and can do everything well, pretty well. You know what I'm saying? Certain things I haven't really seen from him yet. And he's gonna have to pull some of that out of this bag against Arsenal, because he's gonna have to get a little more aggressive, I think. Because just the presence of Arsenal alone can be crazy. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. So I think Arsenal could overwhelm him, and it could look away on camera if Real Sick doesn't get a little more aggressive and in your face in this battle. You know what I'm saying? But I think Arsenal is also going to take it very serious because Real Sick is from New Jersey. And I think Arsenal takes that King of Jersey shit very serious. He might slack in another battle, which he doesn't very often. He's very consistent. But against somebody in Jersey who's being talked about as that next dude, as one of them ones, Arsenal ain't gonna slack, bro. Arsenal's gonna come hard as fuck and try to get real sick the fuck out of here. And Arsenal is underrated as far as his ability to rap. He can rap, bruh. And he's not a bad writer. And his last showing against Jerry West, I think is who it was, he looked fire, bruh. I'm talking about on Caffeine. He looked fire. So, I'm going to go with Arsenal, man, in this battle. I'm going to go with Arsenal 2-1 and a debatable, boy. It's going to be very close. It's going to be a good back and forth, but Arsenal is not going to let the next man up in Jersey beat him right now, I don't think. Not clearly anyway. It's going to be a very debatable, close battle. You know what I'm saying? T-Top Swamp. I already did this for the Gnome card, but I like Swamp, man. I like Swamp a whole lot, bruh. He's done a whole, his last year of ascension has been phenomenal. He's beaten Twerk. He's beaten some off. He had a good battle against Geechee in the tournament. You know what I'm saying? And I like his style. He's a breath of fresh air. You know what I'm saying? He sounds nothing like anybody in battle rap, man. He even uses his own lingo. He's a good writer as well. He doesn't get enough credit for some of the different writing he does. You know what I'm saying? And some of the low-key entendres he uses, and some of the shit he just slips in to some of his setups, not even in his punches. You know what I'm saying? He's a more intricate writer than people give him credit for. You know what I'm saying? And I really like his delivery. He's a good rapper. He has a very good delivery and a good voice. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of confidence, man. And one of the things that he has is believability. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. A lot of believability. So, with that being said, T-Top, one of the greatest anglers in the game. Another guy with a lot of believability. Also a lot of energy. T-Top doesn't lose battles clearly. But if he doesn't clearly win this battle, then I feel like Swamp wins because he's the underdog. If Swamp makes it debatable, he may win in the eyes of the people, in the eyes of the beholder, in the eyes of the people that watch. And I think Swamp is at an advantage because Swamp is too good to get clearly crushed by T-Top. Unless T-Top has angles, bruh. Which really, T-Top can paint an angle that's already been used before multiple times and make it sound dope. So if he's got any real angles, then he could clearly beat Swamp. But I don't know of any clear angles, but they from close proximity to each other, so who knows, man. I know one's from North, one's from South Carolina, I think, so it's not that close. But on that side of the map, they may know some of the same people within their battle rap circles. You know what I'm saying? So, maybe he has angles. But T-Top being the veteran that he is, man, being able to use any angle and flip that shit to something crazy. I'm going to go with T-Top, even though I think Swamp can win this battle, man. And if it's close, it's going to go to Swamp. So I'm going with T-Top clearly winning this battle. 2-1 or Gentleman's 30. It's going to have to be a Gentleman's 30 for him to win. So I'm going with Gentleman's 30 for T-Top. You know what I'm saying? Ace Amin Cortez. Now, Cortez was fire in the Ultimate Madness tournament before he ran into Rum Nitty, who for whatever reason he has a hard time with remembering his bars against Rum Nitty. He choked against him twice. I'm talking about in the battle before, not twice in the one battle. In the battle before, and then in the next battle in the tournament, he choked. So, but with that being said, Cortez gonna be ready for Ace Amin. Ace looked pretty good against Jims. He looked very good against John John. So I'm expecting a good Ace to show up in this battle. Ace is very talented, very good delivery. Like I said, real talk, jail shit. real like believability, man. But fuck Ace Amin as far as him being a man, and because he wouldn't shave his beard when he got 30'd, you know what I'm saying? And now, like, I just don't respect motherfuckers that do that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? He just not a real motherfucker to me. He makes it sound good. It makes it sound, believable. And I just think Cortez is a better writer and a better battle rapper. I think Cortez is one of the most slept on battle rappers in history. One of the most slept on pens. One of the most slept on. His experience is crazy. Delivery crazy. He can do everything well. Cortez, I think, wins this battle fairly clear. I think Cortez wins this battle 2-1 clear, gentleman 30. Cortez gonna be ready. Cortez has found another hunger and a second win since that fucking Ultimate Madness 3 tournament. And I also think that he snatched some of his respect back, but he ain't done doing that. He was mad about that Nitty performance. He's still in the process of snatching back his respect. You know what I'm saying? Because he's been disrespected a lot in battle rap for no reason. By Sue Surf, and who I still think they need to battle. They need to have that talk. That's the last real grudge match out here. One of the last real, authentic, organic grudge matches that needs to fucking go down. That conversation needs to fucking happen. But Surf gonna run and run and run, because if he lost that battle, he'd never be able to live it down because of all the shit he said about Cortez all these years. But I got Cortez beating Ace, man. Cortez is just better, more believable. Ace, I mean, not a real motherfucker. He makes shit sound good, but he's just not real to me, man. He shouldn't even have his beard right now. You know what I mean? That shit should be gone. So, get him the fuck out of here. Then that leaves us with what? Kid Chaos and Chess? And Head Ice and Av. Kid Chaos and Chess. I'm going with Chess in that one. After what I saw from him in the Loso battle, I gotta go with Chess. Now, Kid Chaos, I hope, learned something after that Danny Myers battle, because he got exposed in that Danny Myers battle by Danny Myers. And he takes too long to get to the punch these days. You know what I'm saying? I like that style, but on Caffeine, there's certain settings where you can do that. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like a lot of the audience for the Caffeine ain't looking for that. They looking for the quick punch, man. They look at our microwave society in general. Even Chilla Jones has shortened his schemes. You know what I'm saying? They're not 8 bars, they're 4 bars, 2 or 4 bars. Set up schemes now. You know what I'm saying? Like, if Kid Chaos doesn't find a way to shorten his schemes and get to the punch quicker, he could get killed by Chess. But I think he may have learned something after the Danny battle and teaming up with Arsenal. I think he's probably learned something as far as getting to the punch quicker, and as far as performance, he's learned from Arsenal. I think I'm sure he learned some tricks as far as preparing for your rounds and about how to deliver it and present it from Arsenal, and in the Danny battle where he lost 3-0. You know what I'm saying? But he just needs to get to the punch quicker. You can still do the schemes, bro, but you can't have the long drawn out schemes no more. Even Chilla shortened his schemes, like I said. You know what I mean? So if the scheme master, the scheme god shortened his schemes, then you're going to have to do it too. Now, I love that style, but you can still do that style while punching and getting to the punch faster. You know what I'm saying? You just can't have so many dry spots and can't be so drawn out. That's all. Chess is going to be quick and to the punch, to the point. I think he wins that battle because not only is he going to be quick and to the point, but his shit be fire. You know what I'm saying? He's a very talented fucking writer who also has some believability. You know what I'm saying? And just knows how to talk that young God shit. You know what I mean? Like that young man. I'm telling you. He knows how to talk that talk, man. Chess. I got Chess in that battle, 2-1. It should be a good back and forth. I do think Chaos will have a better showing than that Danny Myers battle, which is the last time we saw him on Caffeine. But then we got Head Ice and Av. I don't think this will be a close battle. I like Ice, but Av been on a tear lately, and he's a puncher that doesn't just punch. He is a puncher that can angle and can do other things, can scheme a little bit, can angle somewhat. he just has more of a versatile bag than like a Rum Nitty, who's just punching and isn't really good at anything else. And then on top of that, Av is one of the best punchers. Because to me, you can have a dude that punches back to back to back to back to back, but you can have a dude that punches 10 times, and then you can have a dude that punches 5 times, but the dude that punches 5 times can have a lot more substance and can have a lot more to his punches. You know what I'm saying? Can have a lot more, like you can punch a bunch of times, but how good are the punches? You know what I mean? How strong are the punches? You can punch 10 times. Av might punch less than like a Rum Nitty. You know what I mean? He punches a lot, but he may punch a little less than like a Rum Nitty, or than like, that's a bad example because Rum Nitty has very potent punches, but he may punch a little less, but has super potent punches. You get what I'm saying? And you also don't need to punch back to back to back necessarily, as long as you scheme into a massive haymaker. You get what I'm saying? Like you can set it up to where you scheming into a very potent punch. Because sometimes people punch, but they're not potent and they're not that strong. You get what I'm saying? Now, you can punch back to back to back and be strong as well. But not everyone can do that like Rum Nitty. Av can do that, but he don't always have to. He can angle into punches. I think Mook does that well sometimes. He doesn't punch all the time, but he'll angle into a haymaker. He'll build it up. You know what I mean? He'll like tell the story, angling, leading up to a haymaker. You know what I'm saying? To the punch at the end. You know what I mean? I think Av can do the back-to-back punching, which he does. Then he can also use that angle and weave in and out of it and angle into a haymaker. That's where he gets an advantage as far as a puncher, because he can angle as well and scheme into haymakers. You know what I mean? That's basically what I'm trying to say. I got Av beating Head Ice. Head Ice is dope. I fuck with Head Ice. I'm glad he's back on URL. Ice. You know what I'm saying? Should be a good battle, but I just think Av is on too much of a tear right now, man, and he's gonna win this fucking battle. You know what I mean? But I could be wrong. I got Av 2-1 though. Ice is fire. I fuck with Ice. Like I said, I'm glad that he's on URL, and he's got a way different style, a meticulous style. He's a very underrated writer. You know what I'm saying? He has his own lingo and slang, and like he has bars within the bars. His setups have punches. His setups have bars within the bars. Like, he's a dope writer, man, in his own right, and has his own original style. So I fuck with Ice. I'm not mad at whoever wins that battle. I just think Av is going to win. That's my predictions for this card, man. Let me know what y'all think about who's going to win. Let me know what y'all think about Royce and Lupe. This super fight card. A-Dep Battle Truth. Let me know what y'all think about that shit. You know what I mean? It's your boy, man. Brick Street Sprite. Like, subscribe, comment. Brick Street Hooligans. Brick Street Media. Hoolie Vision, man. Holla at your boy, man. And I'm out of here. 100.